Maya Rodriguez pulled her jacket tight as she walked down the empty street. The cold night air made her breath come out in small white clouds. She had just finished her late shift at the downtown library and was tired. Her feet hurt from standing all day, and she just wanted to get home to her small apartment. The streetlights made long shadows on the sidewalk. Most of the shops were closed, and only a few cars drove by. Maya liked walking at night when the city was quiet. It gave her time to think about her day and plan for tomorrow. As she passed Giuseppe's Pizza, she heard a soft sound coming from the alley behind the restaurant. It was like a whimper, but deeper. Maya stopped walking and listened. She heard it again. Something was hurt back there. Maya looked around the empty street. She could just keep walking and pretend she heard nothing. That would be the smart thing to do. But she had never been good at ignoring things that needed help. Her mother always said Maya had too big a heart for her own good. She turned into the dark alley and pulled out her phone to use as a flashlight. The small beam of light showed garbage cans and empty boxes. Then she saw something that made her stop breathing for a moment. There was a large animal lying near the brick wall. It was about the size of a big dog, but it did not look like any dog Maya had ever seen. The creature had scales that caught the light from her phone and made small rainbow colors. 2 wings were folded against its back, but one wing looked broken and hung at a strange angle. Maya took a step closer and saw that the creature was breathing hard. Its scales were dark red mixed with gold, and they seemed to move like they were alive. The creature's head was long like a horse, but with a pointed snout. Small horns grew from the top of its head. This was impossible. Maya blinked hard and looked again. The creature was still there. It was a dragon. A real dragon lying hurt in an alley behind a pizza shop. The dragon opened one eye and looked at Maya. The eye was bright gold and seemed to glow in the dark. Maya expected to feel afraid, but instead she felt sad. The dragon looked so tired and hurt. It made a soft sound, almost like it was trying to talk. Maya knelt down, but stayed far enough away to run if she needed to. "Hey there," she said softly. "You're hurt, aren't you?" The dragon's golden eye watched her carefully. It did not try to move or make any scary sounds. Maya could see dark spots on its scales that looked like blood. There were cuts on its legs and neck. "What happened to you?" Maya asked. She knew the dragon could not answer, but talking made her feel less scared. "Did someone hurt you?" The dragon made that soft sound again. It sounded so sad that Maya felt tears in her eyes. She had always been good with hurt animals. As a child, she brought home injured birds and stray cats. Her apartment still had a cat named Pepper that she had found as a sick kitten 2 years ago. But this was not a cat or a bird. This was a dragon. Dragons were supposed to be in fairy tales, not lying hurt in city alleys. Maya looked at the creature's golden eyes again. There was something in them that seemed almost human. Intelligence. The dragon was not just an animal. It was thinking and understanding. "Are you hungry?" Maya asked. She reached into her bag and pulled out her dinner. She had bought a sandwich from the deli near the library, but had been too busy to eat it. "I have food if you want it." The dragon's eye opened wider. It lifted its head a little and looked at the wrapped sandwich in Maya's hand. Maya unwrapped it slowly. It was turkey and cheese with lettuce and tomato. She hoped dragons could eat. Normal food. She tore off a piece of the sandwich and held it out. "Here, it's okay. I won't hurt you." The dragon looked at the food, then at Maya's face. Very slowly, it moved its head forward and took the piece of sandwich with its teeth. The dragon was careful not to bite Maya's fingers. It chewed slowly, as if each bite was precious. Maya tore off another piece and offered it. The dragon took this piece too. Its golden eyes never left Maya's face, as if it was trying to understand why she was being kind. "You're very polite for a dragon," Maya said with a small smile. "Most of the stories say dragons are mean and scary. But you're not, are you?" The dragon made a sound that was almost like a purr. Maya felt her fear disappear completely. This creature was hurt and alone, just like the stray animals she had always helped. She gave the dragon the rest of her sandwich, piece by piece. When it was gone, she pulled out her water bottle. "Are you thirsty too?" The dragon nodded. It actually nodded like it understood her question. Maya poured some water into her cupped hand and held it out. The dragon lapped up the water with a long pink tongue. Maya sat down on the cold ground and leaned against the brick wall. The dragon watched her, but did not seem afraid anymore. "I wish I could help you more," Maya said. "But I don't know anything about taking care of dragons. I don't even know if there are dragon doctors." The dragon made soft sounds as if it was trying to talk to her. Maya listened carefully. The sounds were musical, like singing, but quieter. They made her feel warm inside, even though the night was cold. "You're trying to tell me something, aren't you?" Maya said. "I wish I could understand." The dragon moved its good wings slightly. Something small and shiny fell from its scales onto the ground. Maya looked closer and saw it was like a small piece of crystal, but it seemed to have light inside it. The dragon looked at the crystal, then at Maya. "Is this for me?" Maya asked. She picked up the crystal scale. It was warm in her hand and seemed to pulse like a heartbeat. "Thank you." Maya put the crystal in her jacket pocket. She did not know what it was, but the dragon had given it to her as a gift. That made it special. The dragon's breathing seemed easier now. Its golden eyes looked less tired. Maya wondered if the food and water had helped, or if it was something else. "I have to go home now," Maya said, "but I'll come back tomorrow after work to check on you. Will you be okay until then?" The dragon nodded again. It made those musical sounds, and Maya felt like it was saying thank you. Maya stood up and brushed dirt off her jeans. "Stay safe, okay? Try to hide from people who might not be as nice as me." She walked to the mouth of the alley and looked back. The dragon was watching her go. In the darkness, its golden eyes seemed to glow like small stars. Maya walked home, thinking about what had just happened. She had fed a dragon. A real dragon in the middle of the city. Tomorrow she would tell herself it was all a dream. But the warm crystal in her pocket told her it was real. As she unlocked her apartment door, Maya did not notice that the crystal scale was glowing brighter. She did not see the small sparks of light that danced around her fingers when she touched. Her keys. She was too tired, and her mind was too full of golden eyes and musical dragon songs. Maya fell asleep that night, dreaming of flying over the city on dragon wings, the wind in her hair and the lights below looking like fallen stars. In her dreams, she was not afraid. She was free. She did not know that her life was about to change in ways she could never imagine. Maya woke up to a strange sound. It was not her alarm clock or the traffic outside her window. This sound was different. It was like humming, but deeper and stronger. The sound seemed to come from everywhere at once. She opened her eyes and looked at her bedside clock. It was 6 a.m. Maya had only slept for 4 hours, but she felt wide awake. The humming sound was getting louder. Maya got out of bed and walked toward her living room. The sound was coming from there. As she got closer, she saw light coming from under her bedroom door. Not the yellow light from her lamps, but silver light that seemed to move and dance. She opened the door and stopped. Her mouth fell open. Where her coffee table used to be, there was a big oval of silver light floating in the air. It was as tall as Maya and twice as wide. The edges of the light crackled and sparked like electricity. Maya rubbed her eyes and looked again. The oval of light was still there. It was spinning slowly, and she could see through it to something that was not her apartment. There were trees with silver leaves and a purple sky with 2 moons. "This is not real," Maya said out loud. "I'm still dreaming." But the crystal scale in her jacket pocket was getting warm. She had put the jacket on a chair next to her bed, and now she could feel heat coming from it. The humming sound changed. It got quieter and more musical. Then a shape appeared in the silver light. Someone was walking through it. Maya backed against the wall. A person stepped out of the light and into her living room. But this person was not human doubt. He was tall and thin with skin that seemed to glow softly. His ears were pointed like in fairy tale pictures of elves. His hair was white, but he looked young. He wore clothes that seemed to be made of starlight. They changed color as he moved. The strange person looked around Maya's small apartment. He seemed surprised by her old couch and the books stacked on the floor. Then he looked at Maya. "You are Maya Rodriguez," he said. His voice had an accent that Maya could not place. It was musical, like the dragon's sounds had been. Maya could not speak. She just stared at him. "I am Ambassador Cale Brightstone of the Celestial Coalition," the man said. He spoke like he was reading from a script. "Yesterday, you showed kindness to Prince Zephyr of the Stormdrake clan. This act has been noted by our High Council." Maya's legs felt weak. She sat down hard on her couch. "Prince?" she said. "That dragon was a prince?" Cale nodded. Prince Zephyr was on a diplomatic mission when his transport was attacked by raiders from the Void Syndicate. He crash-landed on your world, wounded and alone. Your act of compassion has created what we call a resonance bond. Maya looked at the portal of silver light. "A what?" "A connection between worlds," Cale explained. "When someone from one world shows pure kindness to someone from another world, it creates a bridge. The bridge cannot be easily broken." Maya felt dizzy. "This is crazy. You're saying I'm connected to other worlds because I gave a dragon a sandwich?" Cale smiled. "Your world has many sayings about kindness. No good deed goes unpunished. The truth is that good deeds have consequences. Sometimes very big consequences." The crystal scale in Maya's jacket was getting hotter. She got up and took it out of her pocket. It was glowing now, pulsing with soft light. "Ah," Cale said when he saw the scale. "Prince Zephyr gave you a bond. Scale, this is very rare. It means he has claimed you as kin." "Kin?" Maya stared at the glowing crystal. "But I'm human. He's a dragon." "Species does not matter for bonds of honor," Cale said. "What matters is the choice to help when help is needed. You could have walked past the alley. You could have called your authorities. Instead, you sat with him and shared your food. You treated him with dignity." Maya sat back down. Her coffee cup from yesterday was still on the side table. Everything looked normal, except for the glowing portal and the elf-like man in her living room. "Is he okay?" Maya asked. "The dragon, I mean. Prince Zephyr." "He is healing," Cale said. "Our medical team is taking good care of him, but he asked me to come and explain what has happened. He did not want you to be afraid." Maya looked at the portal again. "Where does that go?" "To the Coalition station above your world," Cale said. "It is hidden from your people's view, but we have been watching Earth for many years." "Watching us?" Maya felt scared. "Why?" Cale walked to her window and looked out at the city. "Your people are young. Your species is still learning how to live together. We watch young species to see if they will grow into wisdom or destroy themselves." "And what do you think about us?" Maya asked. Cale turned back to her. "Humans are ... complicated. As a group, you fight and argue and hurt each other. But as individuals, you can be remarkable. You have great capacity for kindness, creativity, and growth. Maya stood up and walked closer to the portal. The silver light felt warm on her face. What happens now? That depends on you, Kale said. The bond scale connects you to Prince Zephyr and through him to the Coalition. You can choose to ignore it and try to live your normal life, but the connection will always be there. What's the other choice? You can come with me to the station. You can meet Prince Zephyr and learn about the Coalition. You can see what lies beyond your world. Maya looked around her small apartment. Her books, her furniture, her life. Everything seemed small and ordinary compared to the silver portal and the man made of starlight. If I go with you, can I come back? Of course, Kale said. The portal will remain open as long as you hold the bond scale. You can travel between worlds whenever you wish. Maya thought about her job at the library. She thought about her cat Pepper, who was probably hiding under the bed because of all the strange sounds. She thought about her normal, quiet life. Then she thought about the dragon's golden eyes, the way he had looked at her with such gratitude, the musical sounds he had made. Will I see him again? Maya asked. Prince Zephyr? He is waiting to thank you properly, Kale said. Maya walked to her bedroom and put on her jacket. She picked up Pepper, who was indeed hiding under the bed. The cat meowed but settled in her arms. Can I bring my cat? Maya asked. Kale smiled. Of course. The Coalition loves all creatures who show loyalty. Maya took a deep breath. Okay, let's go. She walked toward the portal. The silver light felt like warm water on her skin. She could smell flowers and something like cinnamon. The humming sound was all around her now, but it was not scary anymore. It was like a song welcoming her home. One more thing, Kale said as they reached the portal. What you will see may seem impossible. Try to keep an open mind. I'm walking through a portal with an elf man to meet a dragon prince, Maya said. I think my mind is already pretty open. Kale laughed. Then you are ready. Maya stepped into the silver light. The world changed around her. She felt like she was flying, but her feet were on solid ground. Colors she had never seen before swirled around her. The humming became a symphony of beautiful sounds. Then she was standing in a room that looked like it was made of crystal and starlight. Through huge windows, she could see Earth hanging in space like a blue and white marble. She could see other worlds, too, spinning slowly in the distance. Welcome to the Coalition Station, Kale said. Welcome to your new life, Maya Rodriguez. Maya held Pepper close and stared out at the stars. Her heart was beating fast, but she was not afraid. She was excited. Everything was about to change, and for the first time in her life, that felt exactly right. Maya could not stop staring out the huge window. Earth looked so small from up here. She could see the blue oceans and white clouds, but she could not see the cities or the people. It was beautiful and scary at the same time. Pepper meowed in her arms. The cat was looking around with big eyes, but he did not seem afraid. Maybe cats were better at accepting strange things than people were. Are you ready to meet the others? Kale asked. Maya turned away from the window. Others? The Coalition has many different species, Kale explained. You will meet some of them today. Do not be afraid if they look different from what you expect. Maya followed Kale down a long hallway. The walls were made of something that looked like crystal, but they felt warm when she touched them. Soft music played from somewhere she could not see. The floor felt like walking on clouds. They passed other beings in the hallway. Maya saw a woman with blue skin and silver hair who nodded politely as they walked by. A man with fur like a cat walked past, carrying what looked like a computer made of light. Two creatures that looked like walking trees were having a conversation in a language that sounded like wind through leaves. How many different kinds of people are there? Maya asked. In the Coalition? Over 300 species, Kale said. Each world develops life differently. Some look almost human, like my people. Others are very different. They stopped at a door that opened by itself when they got close. Inside was a room with comfortable chairs and a table with food Maya did not recognize. 3 people were waiting for them. The first was a woman with pale green skin and long white hair. It seemed to move like it was underwater. She wore a dress that looked like it was made of flower petals. When she smiled, Maya saw that her teeth were silver. "This is Dr. Lyra Moonwhisper," Kale said. "She is our best healer. She has been taking care of Prince Zephyr." Dr. Lyra stepped forward and took Maya's hands. Her touch was cool and made Maya feel calm. "Thank you for your kindness to the prince," she said. Her voice was soft like a whisper. "Your world has much beauty, but also much pain. You chose to add beauty rather than pain. This is rare." The second person was a man who looked like he was made of metal and stone. He was tall and broad with skin that gleamed like copper. His eyes were bright red like fire. When he moved, Maya could hear soft clicking sounds like armor. "Captain Rex Ironwing," Kale said. "He leads our security forces." Captain Rex looked down at Maya with his fire-bright eyes. "You are very small," he said. His voice sounded like rocks rolling down a mountain. "But Prince Zephyr says you have a brave heart. Size does not matter if the heart is strong." Maya was not sure if that was a compliment or not, but she smiled. "Thank you, I think." Captain Rex laughed. The sound was like thunder, but not scary thunder. Happy thunder. The third person made Maya gasp. It was Prince Zephyr, but he did not look like a dragon anymore. He looked like a man with golden skin and long dark hair. His eyes were still the same bright gold she remembered. He was tall and moved with smooth grace. But Maya could see that he was the same being she had met in the alley. "Maya," Prince Zephyr said. He walked over to her and bowed deeply. "I owe you my life." Maya felt embarrassed. "You don't owe me anything. I just shared my sandwich." "You shared your food with a stranger who looked dangerous," Prince Zephyr said. "You stayed with me when I was hurt and alone. In my culture, this creates a bond that can never be broken." Maya looked around the room at all these strange and wonderful beings. "I still don't understand what this all means." Dr. Lyra gestured to the chairs. "Please sit. We will explain everything." Maya sat down and put Pepper on her lap. The cat settled down and started purring. Kale brought her a cup of something that smelled like flowers and tasted like sunshine. "Your world is not alone in the universe," Dr. Lyra began. "There are thousands of worlds with intelligent life. Most of them belong to the Coalition." "What is the Coalition exactly?" Maya asked. "A group of worlds that work together for peace," Captain Rex said. "We share knowledge, help each other in times of need, and protect younger worlds from those who would harm them." "Younger worlds like Earth?" Maya asked. "Yes," Prince Zephyr said. "Your people are still learning how to live together. You have great potential, but you also have great challenges." Maya thought about the wars and fighting she saw on the news every day. "So you've been watching us?" "We watch all developing worlds," Kale said. "When a species is ready, we make contact. When they are not ready, we wait. Are we ready?" Maya asked. The 4 Coalition members looked at each other. Dr. Lyra spoke first. "That is complicated. As individuals, humans show remarkable kindness and creativity. You solve problems in ways that surprise us. But as a group, you struggle with unity." "We fight too much," Maya said. It was not a question. "All young species fight," Captain Rex said. "My people had wars for 1,000 years before we learned to work together. The question is whether humans will learn before you destroy yourselves." Maya felt heavy inside. "And if we don't learn? Then Earth will remain isolated until you do," Prince Zephyr said gently. "Or until what?" Until someone else decides to make contact, Kale said. Not everyone in the universe follows the Coalition's peaceful ways. Maya put down her cup. You mean there are bad guys out there? The Void Syndicate, Captain Rex growled. Pirates, raiders, and conquerors. They take what they want from worlds that cannot defend themselves. But Earth is protected, Dr. Lyra said quickly when she saw Maya's scared face. The Coalition keeps dangerous species away from developing worlds. Usually, Prince Zephyr added. But my crash landing on Earth may have changed things. Maya felt cold. What do you mean? Prince Zephyr looked uncomfortable. The Void Syndicate attacked my ship. They were trying to capture me for ransom. When I escaped to Earth, I may have led them to your world. You think they followed you here? Maya asked. We are not sure, Kale said. But we are watching for signs. If they have found Earth, they will try to determine if your people are useful to them. Useful how? Captain Rex's red eyes got brighter. As slaves, or as soldiers in their armies. Humans have some interesting abilities that they might want. Maya stood up quickly. Pepper jumped down and started exploring the room. We have to warn people. We have to tell Earth's governments. That would cause panic, Dr. Lyra said. Your leaders are not ready to learn about life beyond Earth. They would assume we are invaders. But if the Syndicate comes, then we will fight them, Prince Zephyr said firmly. The Coalition protects its friends. And you, Maya Rodriguez, are now a friend of the Coalition. Maya walked back to the big window. Earth still hung in space below, looking peaceful and beautiful. It was hard to believe that somewhere out there, bad people might be planning to hurt her world. What can I do? Maya asked. I'm just one person. I work in a library. You can be our bridge, Kale said. You understand both worlds now. You can help us understand humans better, and help humans understand us if the time comes. You want me to be like an ambassador? Something like that, Prince Zephyr said. But first, you need to learn more about the Coalition and how things work beyond Earth. Maya turned back to the group. How long will that take? As long as you need, Dr. Lyra said. Time moves differently here. You can spend weeks learning, and only hours will pass on Earth. Maya looked at Pepper, who was now sitting in Captain Rex's lap getting his metal chin scratched. Even her cat was adapting to this strange new world better than she was. Okay, Maya said. Teach me everything. And so began Maya's education. In galactic politics, Coalition history, and the complex relationships between hundreds of different worlds. She learned about species that lived in gas clouds and others that lived in the hearts of stars. She learned about the delicate balance that kept peace between so many different kinds of beings. But most importantly, she learned that her simple act of kindness in a dark alley had connected her to something much bigger than herself. She was no longer just Maya Rodriguez from Earth. She was Maya Rodriguez, friend of dragons and bridge between worlds. Maya had been living between two worlds for 3 weeks. She would spend her days on the Coalition station, learning about different planets and species, then return to Earth through the portal to sleep in her own bed, and go to work at the library. Time moved strangely between the worlds. A whole day on the station was only a few hours on Earth. Maya's friends and coworkers thought she was just getting more sleep and eating better. They said she looked happier and more energetic. Maya was sitting in the station's learning center, with Prince Zephyr, practicing how to speak with beings who used colors instead of words when alarms started ringing. The soft music that always played in the background stopped. Red lights flashed in the crystal walls. What's happening? Maya asked. Prince Zephyr's golden eyes went dark. Emergency alert. Something is wrong. Captain Rex's voice came through. Speakers in the walls. All Coalition members report to the command center immediately. This is not a drill. Maya followed Prince Zephyr through hallways filled with running people from different worlds. Everyone looked worried. The station felt different now, tense and scary instead of peaceful and welcoming. The command center was a huge room with screens, showing pictures of space around Earth. Maya could see her home planet in the center, still blue and beautiful. But there were other things in the pictures now. Dark ships that looked like metal spiders floating near Earth's moon. Captain Rex stood at the center of the room, his metal skin gleaming under the bright lights. Dr. Lyra was at a control panel, her fingers moving quickly over buttons that glowed different colors. Kale was talking rapidly to beings on other screens. "How many ships?" Captain Rex asked. 12 that we can detect, Dr. Lyra said. But there may be more hiding behind the moon. Syndicate? Prince Zephyr asked. Without doubt, Captain Rex growled. The same design that attacked your transport. Ship. Maya felt cold fear in her stomach. They found Earth because of the Prince's crash? We think so, Kale said. But they have been watching for several days. They are not attacking yet. They are studying. Studying what? Maya asked Doctor. Lyra turned from her controls. Your people. The Syndicate always studies a world before they decide what to do with it. They want to know if humans are useful to them. How do they study us? They watch your communications, your news, your behavior, Captain Rex explained. They look for weaknesses and strengths. They want to know if humans would make good slaves or good soldiers. Maya sat down hard in a nearby chair. Slaves or soldiers? The Syndicate does not make friends, Prince Zephyr said. His voice was angry. They take what they want. If they think humans are valuable, they will try to harvest your people. If they think humans are trouble, they will strip your world of resources and leave. Maya looked at the screens showing Earth. Somewhere down there, her coworkers were probably getting ready to open the library. Children were going to school. People were living their normal lives, not knowing that alien ships were watching them from space. We have to stop them, Maya said. The Coalition fleet is already moving, Kale said. But the Syndicate ships are fast. If they decide to run, we might not catch all of them. What if they don't run? Maya asked. What if they fight? Captain Rex's red eyes burned brighter. Then we fight back. But fighting near Earth could damage your world. The Coalition tries to keep battles away from inhabited planets. Maya stood up and walked to the big screen showing Earth. There has to be another way. What are you thinking? Dr. Lyra asked. Maya was quiet for a moment, thinking. Hard. You said they're studying us to see if we're useful. What if we could show them something that would make them not want us? Like what? Prince Zephyr asked. What does the Syndicate fear most? Maya asked. Captain Rex laughed, but it was not a happy sound. The Syndicate fears nothing. That is what makes them dangerous. Everyone fears something, Maya said. What do they avoid? Kale thought for a moment. Worlds that cost more to conquer than they are worth. Worlds that would cause too much trouble. Maya nodded. So if Earth looked like it would be too much trouble, they might leave us alone? Possibly, Dr. Lyra said. But how would you make Earth look troublesome? Your people do not even know these ships are here. Maya smiled. But I know. And I know humans better than you do. She turned to face the group. Humans are at their best when they're protecting something they love. If the Syndicate wants to see what humans are really like, let's show them. What do you mean? Prince Zephyr asked. I mean, we tell people the truth, Maya said. Not all people, but the right people. Scientists, military leaders, people who can handle the truth and do something about it. Captain Rex shook his head. Your Coalition contact protocols forbid revealing our existence to developing worlds. The protocols exist to protect developing worlds, Kale said slowly. But if a world is already in danger, we might be able to make an exception. Dr. Lyra finished. But it would have to be approved by the High Council. How long would that take? Maya asked. Too long, Prince Zephyr said. The Syndicate ships are moving closer to Earth. They will make their decision within days. Maya walked back to the group. Then we don't wait for approval. We act now and ask forgiveness later. Captain Rex stared at her. You would risk breaking coalition law? I would risk anything to protect my world, Maya said. Wouldn't you? Captain Rex was quiet for a long moment. Then he smiled. Yes, I would. But who would you contact? Dr. Lyra asked. And how would you convince them you are telling the truth? Maya thought about this. There are people who already believe in life beyond Earth. Scientists who study space, military people who investigate strange things. If I approach them with proof... What kind of proof? Kale asked. Maya looked around the room at her alien friends. You? All of you. If I brought human leaders here, to the station, they would have to believe. That is a very big risk, Prince. Zephyr said. If they react badly, if they panic or try to attack... Then we deal with that, Maya said. But I know humans. Most of us want to do the right thing. We just need to know what the right thing is. Dr. Lyra walked over to Maya. This could change everything for your world. Once humans know about the coalition, about life beyond Earth, nothing will ever be the same. Nothing will be the same anyway if the Syndicate takes over, Maya said. At least this way, we have a chance to fight back. Captain Rex stepped forward. If we do this, we do it right. We choose humans carefully. We bring them here in small groups. We give them time to understand before we ask them to act. How much time do we have? Maya asked. Kale looked at the screens. The Syndicate ships are in final approach. They will begin their evaluation tests within 48 hours. What kind of tests? Maya asked. They will create problems for your world, Dr. Lyra said. Natural disasters, technology failures, resource shortages. They want to see how humans react under pressure. Maya felt angry. They're going to hurt people just to see what happens? Yes, Prince Zephyr said. The Syndicate does not care about individual lives. They only care about results. Maya clenched her fists. Then we stop them. We show them that humans are not victims. We show them that Earth is protected. By whom? Captain Rex asked. Your world has no space defenses, no energy weapons, no shields. Maya smiled. No, but we have something the Syndicate doesn't understand. What? We have each other. When humans are threatened, we don't just fight back. We fight together, and we don't give up. She looked around the room at her coalition friends. The Syndicate wants to see what humans are made of? Let's show them. Prince. Zephyr nodded slowly. You would need to move quickly. Choose your human contacts wisely. I already know who to call first, Maya said. My cousin Danny works for NASA. He's always believed in aliens. He'll listen to me. And if he doesn't? Dr. Lyra asked. Maya shrugged. Then I'll find someone who will. I'm not letting the Syndicate hurt my world without a fight. Captain Rex laughed his thunder laugh. You are small, Maya Rodriguez, but your spirit is large. Very well. The coalition will help you contact your people. Maya looked out at Earth one more time. Soon, everything would change. But change was better than slavery or destruction. Let's go save my world, she said. Maya stood in her apartment, holding her phone with shaking hands. Through the portal, she could see Captain Rex and Dr. Lyra watching the Syndicate ships on their screens. The dark ships had moved closer to Earth during the night. She dialed her cousin Danny's number. He worked at NASA and had always joked about finding aliens someday. Maya hoped he was ready for his joke to become real. Maya? It's early for you to call, Danny said when he answered. Danny, I need you to listen carefully, Maya said. I'm about to tell you something that sounds crazy, but it's true. There are alien ships near Earth right now. There was silence on the phone. Then Danny laughed. Okay, what's the prank? It's not a prank. I have proof. Can you meet me at my apartment in an hour? And Danny, bring someone important with you. Someone who can make decisions about protecting Earth. Maya, are you feeling okay? Maya looked through the portal at Prince Zephyr, who nodded encouragingly. I'm fine. But Earth is in danger. 1 hour, Danny. Please. She hung up before he could argue. An hour later, Danny arrived with a woman in a military uniform. The woman looked suspicious and kept looking around. Maya's apartment, like she expected a trap. This is Colonel Lisa Wong, Danny said. She's in charge of tracking space objects that might threaten Earth. She only came because I told her you had evidence of a real threat. Maya took a deep breath. Colonel Wong, what would you do if I told you there were 12 alien ships hiding? Behind the moon right now? I would ask to see your proof. Colonel Wong said. Maya walked to the portal. It was still humming softly, filled with silver light. Would this count as proof? Danny's mouth fell open. Colonel Wong reached for her radio. Wait, Maya said. Before you call for help, let me show you something. She stepped through the portal. After a moment, Danny and Colonel Wong followed her. They stood in the crystal hallway of the Coalition station, staring out at Earth hanging in space. Danny sat down on the floor. Colonel Wong just stared. This is the Coalition station, Maya said. These are the good aliens. They've been protecting Earth from the bad ones. Prince Zephyr appeared, still in his human form. Welcome to our station. I am Prince Zephyr. Maya tells me you are here to help protect your world. Colonel Wong found her voice. How many ships do you have? Enough to fight the Syndicate, Prince. Zephyr said. But fighting near Earth could damage your world. We need a better solution. Maya led them to the command center. Captain Rex showed them the screens with the Syndicate ships. Dr. Lyra explained how the Syndicate tested worlds before conquering them. They will start their tests today, Captain Rex said. Small earthquakes, power failures, communication problems. They want to see how humans react to crisis. Colonel Wong studied the screens. What kind of reaction are they looking for? Panic, fighting among yourselves, collapse of your governments, Dr. Lyra said. If humans seem weak, the Syndicate will enslave your people. If humans seem dangerous but disorganized, they will strip your planet and leave. And if we seem dangerous and organized? Danny asked. Then they might decide Earth is too much trouble. Prince Zephyr said. But that would require all of humanity working together. Colonel Wong looked at Maya. You think humans can do that? I know we can, Maya said. When we're protecting our families, our home, humans can do anything. Over the next 6 hours, Maya, Danny, and Colonel Wong contacted key people around the world. Scientists, military leaders, and government officials. They brought small groups to the Coalition station, showing them the proof and explaining the threat. Some people panicked. Some didn't believe it, even when they saw it. But most understood that Earth needed to be ready. The Syndicate tests began that evening. A large earthquake hit California. Power grids failed in 3 countries. Satellite communications went down. Across Asia. But instead of panic, something amazing happened. Maya watched from the station as humans around the world responded to the disasters. Rescue teams from different countries worked together without being asked. People shared resources across borders that usually kept them apart. Scientists coordinated their efforts to fix the problems faster than ever before. Look at this, Doctor, Lyra said, pointing to her screens. Humans in Japan are sending earthquake equipment to California. Europeans are sharing power with affected countries. Your internet networks are routing around the damaged areas automatically. Your people. are not fighting each other, Captain Rex said with surprise. They are fighting the problems together. Prince Zephyr smiled. The Syndicate is not getting the results they expected. Maya felt proud watching her species work together. But she knew the real test was still coming. The next day, the Syndicate sent a message to Earth's governments. The message was simple: surrender or be destroyed. But Earth's answer was not what the Syndicate expected. Instead of surrender, every major government on Earth broadcast the same message at the same time. They told their people about the alien threat. They explained about the coalition and the protection they offered. And they asked every human on Earth to stand together. Maya watched from the station as billions of people around the world looked. Up at the sky, in every city, in every country, humans came outside and stood together. They held lights and sang songs and showed the universe that Earth was united. Remarkable, Kale said, studying his instruments. Your planet's energy signature is changing. The unity of so many minds thinking the same thought is creating a resonance field. Is that good or bad? Maya asked. It's unprecedented, Dr. Lyra said. We've never seen anything like this from a developing world. On the screens, they could see the Syndicate ships moving. They were coming closer to Earth, preparing to attack. Coalition fleet, prepare for battle, Captain Rex ordered. But Prince Zephyr held up his hand. Wait, look at the Syndicate ships. The dark ships had stopped moving. They hung in space near Earth's moon, but they were not attacking. What are they doing? Maya asked. They're watching, Prince Zephyr said. They've never seen a whole planet unite before. They don't know what to do. Maya had an idea. Can you send a message to the Syndicate ships? Yes, but why? Captain Rex asked. Because I want to talk to them. Everyone stared at Maya. You want to talk to the Syndicate? Dr. Lyra asked. They're bullies, Maya said. Bullies only understand strength, but they also understand when someone isn't afraid of them. Captain Rex opened a communication channel. Maya's voice was broadcast to the Syndicate ships. This is Maya Rodriguez, speaking for Earth, she said. We know you're out there. We know what you want, but Earth is not alone anymore. We are friends. With the coalition, we are protected by dragons and warriors and healers from across the galaxy. And most importantly, we are united. She paused, looking out at her beautiful blue planet. Earth offers you two choices. Leave now and find some other world to bother, or stay and discover why the coalition chose to protect us. But know this, if you choose to fight, you won't just be fighting our ships. You'll be fighting the human spirit. And the human spirit does not surrender. For a long moment, nothing happened. The Syndicate ships hung motionless in space. Then, one by one, they began to move away from Earth. They're leaving, Danny said with amazement. All of them, Colonel Wang added. Maya felt tears on her cheeks as she watched the dark ships disappear into deep space. Why? She asked. Why did they leave? Prince Zephyr put his hand on her shoulder. Because you showed them something they had never seen before. A world that chose courage over fear, unity over division. The Syndicate conquers worlds that are broken. Earth proved it was not broken. 6 months later, Maya stood before the coalition. High Council as Earth's first official ambassador. Humanity had achieved full membership in the coalition, faster than any species in history. Your people have surprised us all, the council leader said. In our records, no developing world has ever faced the Syndicate test and emerged stronger. Maya looked out at the assembled representatives from hundreds of worlds. Humans have a saying, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. The Syndicate threat didn't kill us. It made us realize what we could accomplish together. She thought about that night in the alley when she had shared her sandwich with a wounded dragon. Such a small act of kindness had led to all of this. "The Coalition welcomes Earth as our newest member," the council leader announced. Maya smiled, thinking of her home planet below, no longer isolated among the stars. Humanity had found its place in the galaxy, not through superior technology or military might, but through the simple power of choosing to care for others. And it all began with sharing food with a stranger in need.